Okay, I got a new read, A Short History of Christian Zionism. I know. I wanted to understand more about the history of the idea, the theological idea behind Zionism, and this book is kind of doing exactly that. I've read a lot about Palestine in the last year, and most of it covers Zionism from a political standpoint. And not many deal with kind of the Christian theological religious idea that obviously led to the creation of Israel. And so this book, all right off the bat, I'm only like 40 pages in, but one of the things that really jumped out at me was this idea of Israel having a right to exist. It's getting into, that's a theological idea, not just a political idea. Some Protestant Christian Zionists believe that Israel has to exist, that God wants Israel, the Jewish people, to have their own nation. And so in order for a Christian nation to be a Christian nation, it has to support a Jewish nation, that it's kind of this secondary election. It makes a little more sense of phrases that you hear, like Joe Biden famously said, like, if Israel didn't exist, we'd have to invent one. I saw that completely as political, and that maybe is how he meant it. But it's also, there's a theological understanding behind that, which is that in order for us to be a Christian nation, which we're not, nor is anybody else, we have to therefore support the Jewish nation. I had not really thought about that or made that connection, which is why I'm reading the book. I grew up in church, like white evangelical church in the 90s, which was it was a whole thing. But not so much with the Zionism, like there really wasn't a lot of that going around in my immediate circle, but you would hear things about it. And so I was very curious, what do these Christian Zionists believe in? And more so, where does it start? And so I'm getting into it right now. I will have more to report, but so far, pretty nuts.